Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Republic of Amalfi series here on the Lord Master channel, in which, the Western, no, damn it, know your directions, the Eastern Mediterranean and the Balkans and Anatolia has changed, I wouldn't say quite a bit, but we went on a crusade against the Byzantine Empire, right? Yes. So we fought well, and and we created Latin Empire, which here it is, which is under my son, Emperor Zotto, the Sword of God, the Emperor of the Latin Empire, and his heir is my other son, my eldest, Lupus, which he still lives in the Republic of Mafia at the moment, but one day he could become emperor, should he die or not bear any children. And that means, other ones like Saxo, Tassilo, Cottani, Swanderhead, Autogramo. Everyone who's an Urso is in that line of succession of the Latin Empire. But since this is our family, our house, and Urso Patrician, and there is one thing I'm to be reminded. And you know what's that? Maybe from generations from now, maybe 100 years from now, should the Latin Empire persist under Zotto, and others that would come after him, despite the fact that he just exterminated innocents over there. But he's cheery. There's no imperial decay, as this is a newly established empire. That I think that if I see any, of his sons or nephews or kinsmen that lives in the Land Empire that is talented, that I want to invite them in and get him into the Republic, and we can designate an heir, as you can see that here. So yeah, so basically we got another source. Perhaps it is encouraged to spread our patrician house not just in the Republic but in other places too, notably the Latin Empire as well. Since you kept getting these peasant revolts and all that. Because I thought about, well, what if the Ursos were to run the Monte Sant'Angelo, for example? Like put somebody of our dynasty over there, even though this place is prone to, well, blizzards. The place is prone to, unrest. And that's why it's been ruled by a peasant leader now. They wanted a peasant revolt. See, conquered as the leader of the uprising, which he now serves as court chaplain, and then card is this one. Yeah, now he resides over there, in Savat, over here, led by Langobard, where Kinsman lives there. Lady of Aragon gets to be the heir of these areas, including the shires of Gloucester and Bordeaux, which is down there. Nice. Two different sides, our family there and our family over there. So yeah, we got plenty of living members around, including a few in the Republic here, which they'll be having children. And this is the one I chose to run the Republic once I'm gone. The smartest man in the world. Well, not as smart as me, but he's second, and he is my apprentice, CK2. Grandson Saxons, one of who. Yep, he's all that. And more. Right, let's get down to some business, shall we? So, what are we doing here? Well, obviously, there's this disease nearby. Unless that was recently blown over. I mean, let me see. That's measles. It came from bark. So, oh no, that one's gonna go away in a few years. Yes, sir. I've been reorganizing the court as of late. Yes, equipping is court to encourage artists and philosophers to take residence within it. And, what are negative modifier? Palace of Arts. So, expanded this palace to host, support the needs of stable host of poets, artists, and philosophers. Because, in that previous episode, the blood of Doge Landar, patron of the arts. Celebrated by countless bards, painters, and craftsmen for sponsoring their work. So around his watch, build time be reduced and technology spread will be a little more. Research culture text more effective and periodically attracts the servitude of famous artists. And also have the Crusader blood, because, you know, fought 2 crusades in his lifetime. So our family is a little more respected around here. Especially now that's going to spread in Risotto and the successors of the Latin Empire for many years to come. What is I'm 52 and I got plenty of years, got a couple of years. So I don't know what's next for me other than, you know, this whole Hermetic Society thing. I feel like I've done it all already. Maybe perform scrying. Should do that. And maybe invite him to stargazing. You know, simply for the sake of it. You know, I need something to do. Oh, and ask Overseer to plan a mission. Well, that's actually going to cost you. So you may want to hold that thought. Alright, it's about that time to go acquire more ingredients. And write a theorem paper as well. Nobody that I've known of. So I see. And increase the size of the domain is my next ambition. And at the same time, keep friendly relations with the Zadi, whatever. Because this area here is where we own that trade post there. Silk Road trade post for now. Because if I'm going to make a lot of money, I better invest in this trade post. Because it's going to give me a lot more income than an average trade post in certain trade routes. Everything will be good. Right, now, let's go. But I have appalling intrigue, but that will go away soon. So I place the bowl before me and wait for the water to be perfectly still. A regular scrying would allow me to choose to focus my thoughts. On the other hand, I could do something for my shelves with the alchemy in order to create something unseen before. Deep reflection on the water ripples that let out the deep breath. Some crushed tin shall help form a pattern. Because we're going to get more ingredients soon. It takes a minute after a certain of it. I see a lion. Or no, it's a woman with the head of a lion. Marvelous! This is a good omen. An encouraging vision. A big one at that. The wise scholar. Alright. He's arrived at a very pleasant surprise. It would be honored to study and prepare for the journey shortly. Your fellow neophyte, CK2. Haven't been promoted yet? I figured the man of your knowledge. Together with a small band of hunters, CK2 and I set out to hunt animals in the forest and tip the gather of animal parts. These ingredients will be invaluable in the experiments of understanding the aspects of the world. Looks like they want that city. It's this city they want. Carlotta. And the Republic of Ragusa is causing trouble. I wish I could help you. I guess CK2's finally arrived. Been looking forward to the two of us getting together and review the work of each other. There's still some time before nightfall. He just suggests how we should spend the time. I've done the observatory part, but how about a small feast in your honor? Spend the time for a small feast. That's my rival. I will blackmail the vassal, see if he takes it or not. Oh, I curse your name. I will comply your unfair demand. Just keep your sensitive information. I showed CK2 to the dining hall and the waiting feast. The look on his face made it abundantly clear that he was not expecting a proper feast. Perhaps he was expecting a small dinner? Did I overdo it? It tasted good at least, so he's unimpressed. Night's almost upon us, and the first stars are finally making themselves visible in the night sky. Just tell CK2 that it is time. I say we can uncover new secrets. That son of a beeswax. We need to get rid of this goof. Well, actually we cannot. He's very high of intrigue, so you can't kill him with the with a plot to kill. No. But personally murdering would be very, very risky, as I am no good at intrigue at all. And all that. No. How much money did he put in this campaign fund? 4,000. Worse, I put a lot more. But the problem with him is he's got more prestige than CK2. And the age factor. He's 35. 9. Several hours of studying the stars. I saw it. A sphere moving slowly across the sky with a long tail behind it. I called for CK2 to get his attention. We both marveled at the beauty of it for a while. There's clearly something divine about it, CK2 said after a moment of silence. I could only nod my head and agree. It makes us seem so small. Gained technology points. And some piety too. At the same time, with the help of CK2 tracking animals, forced in nowhere to hide, it feels almost too easy now. A successful hunt. The overseer stands in front of me with plans to perform a conspiracy in one of my restless provinces. The plan points to the infiltration of the local rebel leadership and to further the manipulation of malcontents within. The plan is godful, and after looking at our assets in the province, it seems to stand a real chance of succeeding. Think about the overall scheme again. I don't know about you, but go ahead and provide full political support. It's an adversa, I assume. Or is that in Crete? No, I don't hold Crete. We separated them. Dawn is upon us as the first light appears on the horizon. I think we can agree that the night was a immense success. We took plenty of notes and learned a thing or two. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to continue our combined research in the future. I hope to do that again sometimes. Should also hold a summer fair, simply for the sake of it. Wants to marry to the Caesar Trapezon. The daughter of the court physician. Sure. The strolling players had set up their scene and were rehearsing their lines for tonight's performance at the summer fair when I approached them. Yeah, we used to, rig up, former lover and all that, but, May never know she'll start supporting me again. We never divorced, just we had a falling out and we're kind of starting to get over each other. But I only have negative one opinion on her just because former lover. I'll just say that wants you to join us for supper. No need to pick up one more learning. It is finished. I produced an entirely average paper on distillation. Explores new methods of process which might enable the creation of a variety of exciting new alchemical elixirs. And all is left to submit it to my Hermetic peers for review. The steel furnace is finally done after all that money that I've been spending. God dang it, never again. I hope. Wait a minute, the daughter-in-law of the Land Empire is still here? Okay. There. Another source of income. How dare you? Not good enough. Doge of Genoa. Rival Republic. Really? They might conquer Bosnia with that size. The son of Lupus. Yeah, go ahead. You can name it after me. Great fun while it lasted, while figure out what to do with that large amount of money. Disaster! After setting up a scheme of infiltration of rebel leadership, my overseer was attracted to a trap where a skirmish occurred. Nobody knows about the fate of my men as among them. As my overseer is still missing, what became apparent was the state of disarray of the whole enterprise without leadership's uncertain. A disaster, and there goes my prestige. Oh, he could die. And he just did. Killed by rabble. He was a good one. That was my steward. Take over. Time to invest. Just a second. Merchant port. While I'm certainly a great scholar with several fine discoveries to my name, I'm not too proud to collaborate with like-minded colleagues. I've contemplated hosting some of my colleagues from the Hermetic side for an intellectual gathering. Just borrow money from the Jews, but at least it'll be temporary. I only spend on one thing and one thing only. So it is time. I shall invite some of my favorite colleagues. I'll pay them back. Don't spend anything. So the preparation's been completed and the invitations have been sent in and accepted. My honored guests are already packing their coffers. Soon our gatherings will begin. I can hardly wait. Our work shall be a great tribute to Hermes. CK2 is grateful for the invitation. Also coming in is Earl Wilbrand, Rice Sabib, Bishop Hado. So this is Earl Wilbrand the Holy. Rumors of a curse, he says. Rumored on the receiving end of a minor curse. Is it true or is it just everyone's imagination? No one knows for sure. For that man. And he's also obsessed with oral hygiene. And he's an impressive liege. And also coming in is Vice Sabib. That's him. He manages the mosque. Earwax lip balm. A lip balm made using human earwax. It's surprisingly effective. He's a natural philosopher too. Bishop Haddo of Sternberg. Thuringian. Some dramatic. Just a tutor. Basically, alright, let's get to know each other before we get down to intellectual gathering. Oh boy. We have a common nemesis. You know what I'm speaking of? That despicable idiot Magus Ignatius. Ignatius. The thought of him makes him being a member of a respectable community makes me sick. Let's ruin his laboratory and steal his secrets. At least it's not a slothful idiot. He's from Ragusa, you know. Has a distressing vision. He's a known murderer. Oh god. I don't want to get caught in his place. The man's a known murderer. Sure. I feel like doing more activities with you, son. Huh. It was not hard to locate his laboratory. Well, of course, it's in Ragusa itself. Or the outskirts. While old Ignatius has no talent for keeping secrets, he does not have proper guards. He continues to tell me about the obstacle ahead. No need to bribe. I prepared a potion of dreamless sleep for this very eventuality, because I have multiple ingredients. We're going to use antlers and tin. There's no way we'll screw this up. Thank you very much. And, God, I'm such a multitasker. I'm in one place and then I'm holding, you know, an intellectual gathering. Okay, anyways. My guests are here. After a pleasant dinner, we have retired to my study. During the coming weeks, my guests and I have agreed to work on a common project. My joined ingenuity shall bring about a brilliant new invention. The time has come for me to reveal the direction for our enterprise. Well, I already got myself a handgun. And since I'm a man of learning skill, the noblest purpose is to further our understanding of the universe. So let's suggest a project with a scholarly focus. Meanwhile, by some miracle, neophyte Seeker manages to empty the little vial of potion in a jug before it's brought to the guards. Within a quarter of an hour, they are snoring softly. We must hurry. The sedating effect won't last forever. Whispers a sneak past. What now, brother? Seiko asks once we're inside. We need to stick together. You have no rivals. I don't know what's your issue with him, but again, I need the money to pay off the Jews, so Ignatius. Look him up. Does he have any ingredients? He's got a personal goblet, nutcracker, and a very secure chest. A couple of books, a couple of more clutter. There's one. So help me find where he keeps valuables. Hopefully, we'll find it. As I look around the table, everyone nods in agreement. A fine suggestion, dear brother, Neophyte Seeker exclaims, a wild smile on his tanned face. Tomorrow we shall begin to work on the project first thing at the sunrise. Of course, my son is a yes man. He is not only my son, but he's also my friend. I'm glad we are of one mind, honored colleagues. Everyone starts working on a project which will have a scholarship focus. Alright, boom times ahead. Money will flow freely. It used to be modest, but... Alright. Going back to good old days. My search has been most rewarding. Magus Ignatius' ingredient cabinet has a fine assortment of substances. I found several nuggets of precious metal. My share of disposal will be a fine addition to my own laboratory. An excellent find. Praise Hermes. I steal the Hermetic ingredient. It will be added to the treasury and So, I know it says that he pays me personally, but in actuality, I've stolen some money from it. Now I can pay off these Jews with that money. I'll be sure to look that up. As I entered the laboratory one morning, my laboratory, I'm met by agitated voices. Neophyte Cinco and Neophyte Wilbrand are jesting wildly over the status are disagreeing on the Dex project. Cinco argues for a riskier but more potentially rewarding route, while Wilbrand wants to play it safe. Cinco is right, we must explore our limits. I go with a riskier but more innovative option. Nepotism, isn't it? Hey, what happened to your husband? He got rabies. And she just came back. Guess 1021 wasn't your lucky year. Seiko taps the detail on the sketches in front of us as I nod enthusiastically. I agree, Seiko. Surely moving the axis over here would make the mechanism much less prone to error. During the last few days, worked so well together. I'm so glad he came. Your input is truly appreciated, brother. Great minds think alike. Meanwhile, once we left the laboratory far behind us, Seiko and I collapsed, two bundles of sweaty and shivering limbs. We did it. We really did it. And we got away with it too. As a laugh erupts my lips, my body finally relaxes. Next to me, Seiko, everybody returns to a merry chuckle. We really showed him, didn't we? Now go pay it off. Refund. Thank you. So, you think you have what it takes to be the better marshal than the town guard here? Give him a chance. Peasants in Asera spent a long time on the road in order to meet with the priests. Or so my court chaplain Seiko claims. Suggests they would be in my interest to construct local shrines. In that way, peasants would not have to travel far in order to worship. Plus, traveling means more work being done. Gotta pay the interest on it. I'll pay it back as much as possible. That wasn't much. Today, the sky is clear, the bluest of colors, and the sun shines high as above with no cloud to cover it. How bright. The Invention, the culmination of our great collaboration, is finally finished. We have designed and constructed an ingenious device to measure angles in the sky. We call it the Radius Astronomicus. My chart of the stars will become infinitely better and easier to maintain thanks to our invention. The secrets of the heavens shall be unveiled. Back in the Crusade, we invented a weapon of war. Now we've invented a... Here it is. This staff, with its sliding crosspiece and length markings, is used to determine angles for celestial measurements as well as navigating the seas. This will increase the technology spread rate even more while having more learning and monthly prestige. Add some monthly prestige to that in addition. It's a passive one, doesn't have to be equipped. You know what? I'm gonna give this to you. I don't need more learning. You do. This is my gift to you, as thanks. Pay it, because I have so many loans. Yeah, got a bunch of... Today I visited one of my vassals. While there, I both dined on a delicious sponge cake. Or at least it was delicious until both of you nearly choked on eggshells. Now my vassal is highly embarrassed by his cooking at cooking with eggs. Another one who's obsessed with horror hygiene. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm already a content man, but I'll say it's no matter. Things happen all the time. He'll lose a bit of that prestige, but I comforted him. Oh dear. When the peasant leaders presented with a petition to improve their life conditions in Amalfi, I tried to refute their reasoning while starting to feel the embers inside my chest getting hotter. I did not agree with them. My vision started to darken. I let all my wrath escape in a tirade of insults that sent everyone in the room aback. Patience for the wake. This is what happens when you have that wrath trait. I need to get rid of that. The opposite of wrath is patient. I need to become more patient. Or find ways to get rid of that anger issues. Yeah. Trying to have good relations with the Caliph himself. So that way he doesn't burn down my trade post. Very concise letter will do. As I said, they want your city. I wish I could help you out, but I can't join a war because this is not, you know. Perhaps we'll think of an alliance between us. Tell you what. I know it's kind of early, but who's your daughter? Swanahild. Okay. How about it? Political concerns. Yeah, sure. I'll send her a price work of art. Saxo. You're starting to go more towards martial, so you're going that way. Seems I did not spend all that money in vain. Cav was thrilled by my gift. He told me he was struck by my thoughtful gesture. It made a good impression on him. So there. So the Countess of Amalfi, that's the one I made a non-aggression pact to. Not, you know. So they are. So he's married to her. It's not incestuous. It's just a kinswoman marrying a kinsman. It's perfectly legal. Doesn't cause, you know, but. Let me look at the house real quick. Yeah, came from this line. From Gerald III of Apulia. So great-grandfather, well, way over there. It's from that side. And it's her children that it's going to be from that line that will succeed. And plus, doesn't the Countess of Amalfi looks like she's wearing a raincoat? Anyways, she's multilingual. Of course, you know, around here they speak French and Langobard, our language, with a wee bit of Greek around here. But French culture has been imported there because the French rulers of Apulia have been here for a long time. And she's been eating good food. A measuring rod. Oh, son of a beeswax. That's a good book she's got. It's got health. Essential formulas for emergencies. A medical man named by the Chinese doctor Sun Simayo. Huh. Samayo? Mayo? It lists thousands of recipes for medicines and put forth the 13 measures to keep health. So this boy's gonna inherit everything. And made a betrothal. Wish it was matrilineal. Wish you could do that, but not in a republic. But whenever he passes, which is gonna be a long time to come. But nevertheless, we do have a non-aggression pact between us. Here in Southern Italy, we gotta stick together. As much as I would like to stick together with. Aha! Ransom Landar. Will require a bright price. Why are that lines? Oh no, it's agnatic seniority. Never mind. It's just an idea. Yeah. I have a weak claim on the Shire of way over there, but don't want to push that. What's that other one? Count of Macon. Oh, she's from over there. Macon. That's way over in Burgundy. You can make a bunch of non-aggression pacts, but only a few can stick together. He just picked up a modifier. I just saw that. He just became skeptical. Yeah, I know, it's distant. But, send a chancellor over. Just make him a little happier. And then I'm giving him 1 year. You got 1 year. And then I will send a form alliance. Because for some reason, I like seeing the county of Monte Sant'Angelo remain an independent state. Okay, you got me. You're the new marshal now. Hey, get to work. Sarah is a serene province. No, that. Yes, now put the crown focus on Adversa. It's still a restless province. Don't forget to pay off that loan. Another son, CK2. Corvallis. That sounds like a cool name. Yeah, Glavi Sultanate just took goddamn Malta. Used to be Sicily, but it's Malta now. They recently fought a war. There's your claimant war. For Thessaloniki. Okay. He's been framed. Oh no. Because he exterminated innocents, didn't he? He alienated the population and now... Oh gosh, everybody hates him now. Everybody hates his guts. Watch your back, man. But I'll do this for once. Sign a non-aggression pact with him. We gotta stick together. You know? If there's any trouble that comes over there, I will be there to help you. Oh boy. My guard storms to the court. My liege, I failed you. One of your artifacts gone missing. Patrician Theodotus of Moros made off one of my... What did he do? What did he steal? The skull of Saint Valentine of Rome. You son of a... I got that skull from that crusade long ago. Back when I was the Archon of Neapolis. Oh yeah? I'm gonna steal that back. Who will be your accomplice? Who will it be? Well, I could be good at everything, but I lack intrigue, so... Sorgo, my spy master, I need him to make it up for my lack of intrigue. We gotta get that head back. I don't usually go out and steal other people's artifacts. But after sitting down with the delegation led by Emperor Zato of the Latin Empire, it was with relief that I found plenty of common ground with the other side. Both the eager son and non-aggression pact. Security above everything else. But in actuality, this is what we call cultural ties. Because we're kin. I arrived at Doge Landar, Amalfi's capital, as it's heavily guarded. There's a group of guards at the main door, so it's entrance at the back, and a window near the stables. Well, I can't sneak in. I could convince, but force my way inside. Son of a beeswax. That makes it a rebellious province right now. Send the marshal. Can't you do anything right? There. No more loans. Anyways, I managed to evade most patrols till I caught sight of treasure. 2 board guards stand between me and my prize. Wow. I used my hermetic knowledge to create a noxious gas. Aqua Fortis. Use that. 88% chance of that happening. Can't screw that up. In actuality, we just used the kidney, not the Aqua Fortis. Think. I'm trying to think. I had something else to do, but I lost my mind. Oh yes, contest the rebels, which... Not until May. Okay. Till May 13th. Now I dealt with the guards. I'm free to search the treasure for my target. Time is short, and the treasure is filled with documents, jewels, and many miscellaneous items. Well, you can't miss it. It's the skull of the saint. But I will search carefully for the item due to my administrative capabilities and scholarly knowledge, which I am great at both. So please be careful. All you gotta do is find that head. Oh, he's got twins. Atari. Adogrima. After making my escape, I finally feel relief. I managed to steal one fine artifact from my collection. My foe has no idea. That went better than I thought. We got the head. Need better security. This. No, not this. What you call it? Well, after next year, we got to build that artifact vault. It's for artifact protection. We don't want to have that incident again. Alright, the modifiers are starting to go away now. So things are starting improving. Well, for now, I gotta put more money into that campaign fund in the future. But he's a schemer. He's been spying on people lately. Alright, we get to talk in private with him. I'd back that plot. Just add a bit of tension. My palace was enriched by your visit, oh great Caliph. Even though he's on the defense, but I'm glad he took the time. Just fabricate that claim. Test the rebels and get rid of that. No more restlessness around here. It's peaceful. The center is serene. Just peaceful. Need to get to work on that. As you were. I forgot I was writing a book. I cannot live without books. So the Book of Shadows. I know that one. Here it is. Book of Shadows. A rare treatise on the art of combat with daggers. Increase personal combat and murder power plots should you be plotting to kill. Not do murder character. But you know what I mean. Conversion of Kiev. The tribes of Kiev has been converted to the Catholic faith. A group of priests sent by the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire have performed a great ritual during which they converted the entire population of Kiev alongside Grand Duke Iziaslav, and many of his vassals. With this act, the people of Kiev once for all forsaken their old pagan gods. God has finally touched them. Yep. Those Ragusans done took this city. Took the commune. Seize trade posts, seize. Oh yeah, we could seize their cities too. At your own risk. I mean, I'd like to have, you know, more cities for myself. But if I was to fight somebody, it would be against this other rival republic. Trade war against Greece. The Kingdom of Greece. The Despotate of Greece, which is way separated, way weaker. I think an alliance with them would be very beneficial. Need to form an alliance with them as soon as, because the only way to defeat, you know, them, knowing that they're going to use that money to bring up mercenaries. Because it's like, yes, I have many trade posts. But what I want, and I truly want, is, you know, Messenia. Because that area there is where you get to own that trade post. And it runs through that area, but I want to establish a presence there. I've been wanting that for a long time. I mean, trade post first, yes. I haven't many investments on it, but I like to. It's like, yes, we have the Via Imperi, but want to have road tracked, and that too, as we have the Silk Road that ends in Alexandria there. So we got to, where's their capital to be exact? Proto-Archon, yeah. Their capital is in Kornef. He moved it there. So his forces aren't much now, but in a major war they'll be bringing mercenaries. But I need all the help I can get from you. But I wouldn't swear fealty. Why on earth would I do that? But anyways, my steward comes to see me one afternoon. He explains that he devised a plan to bring exotic goods by setting up a trade route with a foreign realm. This would of course require a sizable monetary investment, but the potential profits would also be great. Let's organize an expedition. The time has come to outfit a ship for a trading expedition. The harbor master shows me a large ship of a sizable cargo hold that would be perfect for this job. It does come quite a hefty price. Well, I got a lot of money, so buy a merchant ship for the journey. The word has spread that you are planning an trading expedition, and a group of priests have arrived at court with a request. They are offering temple funds for the journey if you allow them to come along on the journey. Of course, it'll be an honor to have you with us. Oh, it's that guy. Dear Doge Landar, I've been informed that you are ambitious to establish a new trade operation near my lands. I do hope you intend to compensate me for this incursion into the Palatia of Sebarat. Gosh, that's a Greek name. That's none of your business. We intend to go to war against you in the future. It is time to set on a trading expedition. Hopefully it'll yield good profits. To foreign lands. My expedition finally reached the realm of Emir Thraba of Mudar. Whoa, what the? Mudar. In actuality, he's really of Iran. So, okay, he's from over there. In Syria. Emirate of Mudar. Part of Damascus, Syria, yes. So, my steward asked me what gift we shall bring forth as a token of his friendship. Well, I got a lot of money. How about a dozen strong horses for starters? I mean, while carrying on my duties for Hermetic study, I have met Adept Castore on several occasions. These counters never ended well. One would be hard-pressed to find more unsympathetic character. I suspect he's spreading lies behind my to damage my reputation. Oh dear, do I really want to become rivals with this guy? But I'll say I must be patient. There's no reason to have rivalries, it's silly. One's already bad enough. At dinner I noticed the Emir, his face glowing red with annoyance as he glares at my steward shoveling his food with his bare hands. Constance is only acting in accordance to his religion. I didn't know you were a member of the Hermetic Society. Apparently she lost Amalfi. Oh, she used to be the Countess of Amalfi, is that correct? Okay, it became a Prince Bishopric of Amalfi instead. How did that happen? Inherited, and lost the title, and it's been given. Also exterminated in a sense for Prince Bishopric. But it's a theocracy vassal now, so can't revoke it unless it's somebody's got a claimant on it. Anyways. Okay. Find Hermetic text. I'm walking idly around the court of the Emir when I suddenly hear a discussion increasing intensity around the corner. Turning the corner, I was surprised to see one of the priests from my expedition engage in a wild theological debate with a local noble. This could endanger the whole adventure. This must be stopped. Stop that, you bunch of idiots. There's a good chance, so let's travel to the ruins of Adrianople. After long hours of negotiating and discussing possible terms of trade, me and the Emir of the Safed Emirate seems to have arrived at a mutual understanding. This will be a profitable agreement. Better damn well be. Yep, these are his mercenaries he hired. With the new trade route set up, Return to the first batch of goods and sell them off for a nice profit. The influx of new wares also benefit the economy for a long period to come. More money is always needed. Amalfi gets a trade-off for the next 30 years. I'm a trader. I have business contacts. 500 gold and plenty of prestige. My stewards brought in riches to run throughout this competent handling and trading expedition. Expects to reward the share of the wealth. I will reward them appropriately. I think we could take him on. Since, where is he? He's in Attica. It's not far. Because of the positions in Crete. That's why. So, let's fight a trade war with them. But I am not confident about my abilities. Let's form an alliance. The days arrived for the diplomatic meeting of Emperor Zato of the Latin Empire and his entourage. After the necessary pleasantries, we sit down to start the summit. I was informed by my spies that my interlocutors are particularly susceptible to a direct and business-like attitude. You haven't had children yet. You got plenty of years. Take your time. Oh, so even though we, I mean, I do have an alliance. You don't have an alliance. Now, I have no stewardship education, but my diplomacy stat is high, and I have a very high stewardship stat. I am diligent, yes. Suspect been reported by my spies. Yeah, this will definitely help it. His opinion of me, and I'm a patrician, of course. Now, how about you? You're diligent too. Good. An opinion of me? Well, we're family. You're my son. Long distance produces a negative effect. I know it's quite a distance, but if my character is higher a tier, then there is a bonus. While on contrary grants a penalty because, well, I'm kingdom tier, he's empire tier, so a little penalty. Find a bigger number of alliances, more conflicts of interest that look at might have, thus creating another penalty. So I would say you have a chance of moderate success bonus thanks to work of my spies. It's influenced by the realm espionage stat. So let's present a clean and business-like approach. Yeah, let's talk business between the two great countries. Because we need to bring them down. Those in the Paletia. So that way I want to start a trade war in Messenia. And then eventually we've got to fight a war to take this city of Methone. Which is currently led by an Archon who is not part of the family or any patrician families. He's just placed there. In fact, same in Laconia too. And Arcadia. And Achaia. What's going on over there? I don't usually do alliance negotiations because I'm often self-reliant, but this is going to be the exception because of that republic there. And you know, expeditionary wars are expensive. And one day I will start fighting wars against Ragusa to take one of their cities that they recently took control. Successful summit. Diplomatic negotiations went very well and soon became apparent a good deal could be made. I left the meeting in good spirits, looking forward to the future collaboration with Emperor Zato of the Latin Empire. This is your average alliance. 5 years. But since I have a higher diplomacy stat, can have it up to 12 years. Until 1036. And he's going to be around a long time. I don't know how long I'll be around. Perhaps to my 70s if I'm lucky. I can negotiate to these conditions. One day, you need to fight for your city back. official. But that's for just in case. He's in the middle of War 1 area. Well, we're gonna swoop in and take that trade post. Wow, what's the matter? Returning a favor. You. Making favors, have you? Well, that hinders my plans. Man's a glory hound. Expects to be on the council. We need to get rid of this man. He stole my artifact one time. That's what I feel. We need to get rid of this man. He needs some help. Can't excommunicate him. Easiest thing in the world is just put a bounty on his head, but I don't think they're almost that big. Take revenge for what he's done. Yeah, he stole my artifact. He holds a bunch of cities all over the place. Yeah, go ahead, take revenge. I got plenty of money to throw at. How long have you been here? Daughter-in-law. Oh, you have claimants? Montemerlo. Montemerlo. Oh, that's way over there. In France. Never mind. But you're in the plot. I need every help I can get. That's something I should be doing in the future. Do more claimant wars. Put some guy in somebody's throne. I know I can't do matrilineal marriages, but every little bit helps. Oh, why on earth? Why is that in the negative? Despite the fact you're the spy master. Is it because you like the guy? In fact, who's your friend? Never mind. Anyways, what the hell happened over there? Spy network. Where does he reside, by the way? What's his current residence? Sorrento, Amalfi. Okay. Here. As I said, we need to get rid of this guy in order to, so we can get on with our trade war. He's an obstacle that needs to be taken out. Take revenge for stealing my artifact. It'll be done this August. My co-conspirator Theopheste sent word that a carriage, the Patrician of the Theodatos traveling will soon suffer an unfortunate accident, leaving no survivors. Those things are death traps. You cannot screw this up. I received a request for additional funds from my spy master. He's worried that it's too easy for spies to make their way inside their home and wants to take precautionary measures against hostile operations. Can't hurt to be a little safer. I mean, intrigue is my weak spot, so yeah. Plus, I'm about to do this thing and it may cause some trouble. My cooks have just prepared a shipment of parsley to use in my food. More parsley. Cooks are using parsley. What is parsley? You know what? Let me look that up. I know I know plenty of things about food, but what the heck is parsley? Give me a moment. Parsley. Parsley. Scroll up, you dummy. Come on, throw it into your Google machine. I'm using a phone. Parsley. Okay, here it is. Parsley. Species of flowering plant that is native to the central and eastern Mediterranean region. You know, like Sardinia, Lebanon, Israel, Cyprus, Turkey, southern Italy. That's where I'm at. Greece, Portugal, Spain, Malta, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. It's been naturalized elsewhere, but it's widely cultivated as an herb and as a vegetable. Ah, there you go. Apparently, the game does acknowledge wherever you are playing as in of what country of origin, the cuisine tends to be different, and as well as the ingredients like parsley. Giving this to you. Oh, by the way, if I'm going to spend something a little bit for the trade post of Alexandria. Okay, that's a little much. Merchant Enclave. Oh yeah, it's about that time. Oh my god! God dog it, that would delay our plans a little bit. Knowing how wars could be so costly. But don't worry, you'll make all that money by then. It is your duty, for the good of the Republic. This is your fourth child. Marazi. Success! The carriage was sent flying over the edge of the cliff with Patrician story. Unfortunately, the driver I bribed was caught, and my involvement was revealed during his torture. Oh, crud. Now I'm a known murderer. Now they're gonna look at me unfavorably. And he knows that I murdered a close kin. And look, he's a known murderer too. So what are you talking about? Well, he done killed his father. You murdered a 3-year-old girl because she was a Tengrist? You're a sick man. How did that happen? Well, we're gonna delay the war for at least a couple of months. Give him access to my library. Just wait for your trade income and your other sources of income, and then things will be okay. Our expedition to foreign lands certainly encounters very sure difficulties. We dealt with everything from unfavorable weather to lame horses, but in the end, the fraudulent guide was nailed in the coffin. When he escaped our last cult, discovered that we were in the wrong part of Macedonia. Curses! Is that even a real title? No, it's a titular title. Desperate of Scandinavia. So in other words, he created a country that is basically independent Montenegro, as is known today. Sinagora, you know, part of the Kingdom of Syria, but the Greeks created their own kingdom there, which is like independent Montenegro. Now I think about that. Oh, anyways, me and the Duke Agos aren't exactly on the best terms. Clearly, he seems to encourage an angry mob to burn down my trade post there. My small garrison has been surrounded and the mob threatens to butcher them all unless I withdraw from it. Hey, listen. Point out the wealth that the trade post brings to the... Listen, man. Take it easy. Apostate found several warriors dragging Tassilo, my other son. Several peasants have witnessed that this man performed rituals, cursing their fields. He's obviously a warlock. Oh, he's just a loony bird. He's always been a stammerer, but he's just a lunatic. Let him go free at once. Because if I were to burn him now, I would be viewed as a kinslayer, and I don't want to have further damaged reputation. Let him go. And I will not arrest him. Ever. You are attacking him. Here's your holding war over Andre. You want that city back? Oh. Anyways, Paul Bonner II is upset of our law of free investiture. He's asked us to change to comply with the Catholic doctrine. You're doing fine, to be honest. Plus, I like appointing my own bishops. Jesus Christ, if I say I rule my realm, I'll be excommunicated immediately. But I will decline on theological grounds. Trust me, I know a lot more than... Oh, I know a lot more of God than you do. Despite the fact that you're zealous. But look at you. You're possessed. You're probably hearing the voice of Jesus right about now. Good man. We'll miss you. I need another loyalist. Not you, too low skilled. He'll do. I need at least 500 gold. Failed the meeting. After sitting down with the delegation, with the Duke of Apulia, unfortunately couldn't find enough points of agreement to sign a non-aggression pact. A pity. Earlier today, my spymaster Sorgo presented his plan to catch any sneaky spies at court. He's weakened the floorboards in strategic places to make sure a creaking noise is always heard when someone moves around during the night. Now, if only I could get rid of this terrible headache. Now we have home defense, so there might be some people looking at you guys that want to take me down in act of revenge for what I did. His character has had his home prepared to make it hard to sneak around unnoticed. Now just save up to 500 and start the trade war. And good luck to Apulia. We hope you win. My content lifestyle costs me a bit, but I don't mind paying for it. It's not that expensive after all. Kinda is. A renowned scholar has arrived to my court to request an audience of me. He says he heard tales of how my dynasty has always offered safe haven and patronage to scholars and artists, and wishes to pledge his vast metaphysical knowledge to my service. Popol da Protida. Learned caste, scholar ambitious. Oh, I already have my son. Good Lord. You know, you could do something else with your life. No, I'll decline your offer for monetary reasons. As I already have the greatest mind besides myself, and that's my son. Let me see, regarding culture advances. Because my second home is Acera. So research cultural tech over here. We'll find great philosophers on our own. There are those who say China, the Middle Kingdom, is the most civilized of nations, that its laws are most just, its officials the most righteous, the land most prosperous, its people the most virtuous, its culture the most refined. Surely this must be true. Indeed, we should learn from them. Yeah, sure. Make a non-aggression pact with Greece. If they ever ask for an alliance, I'd help them. What war was that they were fighting for? Don't even know what war it was. CK2 is now the cavalry leader. Good to know. Okay. Enough time has been wasted. We want a war, and by God, we're gonna get a war. We do have the strength to take them on, as we have recovered nicely. It's to be a trade war to have a trade post in Messenia for another source of income. And then soon afterwards we will fight against them to take the city of Mathone. Because we want to establish our presence there. I mean, we do have a presence in Crete. We want to go further inland into the Peloponnese. You know, I was thinking about, Dukla up there. You know, especially that trade post over there. If I was ever to fight against Ragusa, imagine if I were to take one of their trade posts and establish our presence up there in Skotarion, a Greek name for, the Greek name for Dukla. He does live there. Ah, there it is. Oh, no. No, I got it all wrong. I got that whole thing wrong. He created this. That's the Craterus. Oh, I remember these guys. These are the ones that used to hold the Byzantine Empire. We destroyed that empire. Oh, those are the guys. Sorry for the misunderstanding. And due to the distance, due to the separation, it's only a matter of time before these countries will go independent. Yeah, I definitely need to establish a presence over there. For the Republic of Amalfi. We'll be right next door with Ragusa, and then we'll be having issues. It's competition, you know. And this is the former... No, not former. That's no, God dang it, that is an empire. But that's not Empire tier, so that's misleading. Okay. So finally, we'll call on the Latin Empire in case the war doesn't go our way. Let's do it. You can call on them, but not now. He'll likely accept, but not now. You're already in Amalfi, dingus. All ships to that. Oh, we don't have to actually get ships from Crete. Meet up. Yeah, my rival. He's coming with me. And I hope you get killed in action. All president counted for. Back to the Ionian Sea and establish our presence here. And if you need to reinforce, there's Crete. Just passing through. But you know, these retinues around here, they will be used as security forces, one would think. Oh, look. Just as I suspected, they hired mercenaries. Hills, mountains, hills. It's part of the Ionian Sea. Could go straight to Corinth itself, get him from behind. But it's awful risky to be fighting in the hills and suffer the naval landing penalty. But we outnumber them. Plus, they just hired those mercenaries, so their morale will be lower than that. Combat will begin in 11 days. You're with us. An organizer. Good to know. Board of duties. Nope, we won't catch them in time. They're gonna get away with this. But nevertheless. I don't know about this, going up the mountains with, you know, lowered morale. But maybe this is just to prevent them from leaving. That would be a good idea. So that'd be an excellent idea. But as long as you take 3 of their holdings, including the Castron there, and then the trade post itself, then you'll win the war. But be freaking careful. You don't know who the heck you're dealing with. These guys want to go. We're here to catch them up into Acadia. But I believe our skills at combat will make them at us. Should have trained troops with the marshal. He's not a good commander. We've been fighting this war for what feels like an eternity, and I fail to see how anything good can come out of this bloodshed. Just as I'm beginning to think I misinterpreted the vision I had, I am hit by something hard. An arrow sticks out from my knee. Curses! Where's the glory in this? Oh God, I got shot. My God, the Doge's been shot. I might get wounded, or I will lose a leg for this, and will be subsequently severely injured. Or I could even die. Excruciating pain is shooting out from my whole body, originating from the stump where my leg used to be. I am now one-legged. Not good. They shot my leg, and, well, we had the force to cut it off right then and there. But do not worry. I know how this works. I'm a renowned physician. Yeah, I got shot. But then again, I'm an old man, to be fair. Well, he wasn't there in combat, so because he's serving his duties as he's researching cultural tech. All that. Oh crud, they got on board. We gotta go. I know where they're going exactly. I don't like this at all. They're gonna attack Amalfi. Thanks to his connections, Bishop Aldun, my chance came recent idea to reinforce troops for foreign recruits. The plan is to send an envoy asking for his acquaintance. Moses. Yes, the man named Moses, the despot of Illyricum, Greek name for Croatia. Let's go ahead with the plan. Yep, they're in our doorstep, and I don't like that at all. Actually, they're in Acera, not... You know what I mean? Head to there. They'll put up a defense. Get them out of here. Joined in the defense. One moment, I am shouting orders. I'm surrounded by the clanging of swords and fighting around me. Then my memory fades. Find myself on the ground lying a mixture of blood and dirt. My ears ringing in pain. A soldier runs past me, but he assumes I am dead. Why does my head hurt? I gingerly pulled a spear from my cheek. It's more than a grazing one. I lost a leg, and now I'm disfigured, but I'm still severely injured. I think his time has come. Come on, you got gonorrhea. Why don't you die already? I better be rewarded handsomely for this. But I must lead my troops no matter what happens to me. We must do it for Messenia. For the Republic. For the trade post. For the family. Sorgo Kaska, my spy master, seems to have friends and informants inside every Jewish community in Europe. Messenger pigeons arrive at his boat on a daily basis, often carrying vital intelligence from abroad about new weapons and tactics. Excellent. Don't know. Just take the damn objective. They'll try to come back for it. Excuse me. Check. Great Counselor. Don't care if you're resting. I recently read a touching story about a pure-hearted romance between a young man and woman who had grown up as neighbors and friends. Their virtue and honesty helped them endure many hardships so they could be united in marriage. It was an adorable tale about true love. I just picked up Trusting. Oh look, Sorrento's putting up on their defense again. But can they hold them? Yes, they will. Baron Landar. Harsh negotiations. Perhaps it's because of our poor relations with Moses. Perhaps because of greed. Perhaps other unknown factor. Maybe it's me being angry. My chancellor returned from a meeting with a harsh proposal to receive a host soldiers, but we have a long list of demands satisfied with access to the foreign soldiers. Oh God, how much? Trade rights seceded for the next 10 years. When Donya Krai gets a trade route, that's his capital there. So you're telling me that if I want the forces of these mainly Croatian, Greco-Croatians, then I would receive foreign soldiers? But based on the war is going, and then despite my help? No, abandon these negotiations. I'm not giving them trade rights. Don't want to have trade rights seceded. We're a damn republic. We don't cede any trade rights to anyone. Except maybe for him. I don't suppose we have a siege master. Huh? I've learned that Podesta Cosmos, my rival, denounced me harshly at the faction meeting in Misrata. Well, he did not turn against me as much as like. His words still struck home. Whoa, wait a minute. Is there a disease in Amalfi? Almost there. There's a 9% epidemics resistance here. Can't really improve upon that a bit. Well, we need to hurry up and finish this war. The objective is the trade post. Ah, this one's gonna be hard. Build a fort while you're at it. What seems like forever, the wound from my maiming is completely healed. Finally. I could still fight. I ain't got a leg, but I could still fight. The Burgess versus demand that city law to be set higher than the canonical laws, but the bishops protest, declaring that the law of the church should supersede the law of the city. Well, he likes me well enough. I agree with the Burgess. Disease is not in Amalfi yet. I don't have a court physician? My goodness, I never had one. So, the ship is called the Storm of Jesus, and on board resides the renowned physician Gunda the Sea Devil, who is currently in the employ of the ship's captain. If I were to offer a large sum of gold to the greedy physician, it should surely be able to take up the rest of my court instead. I'll pay for any price for good health. Monte San Angelo. What's going on over there? Rivalry war. That loony bird. Uta. Yeah, this is all ongoing conflict that's causing stability issues. Heir to the Latin Empire, still. My magnificent pet owl's finally taking her last breath. Thought I've been guarding for a long time. Now when is it the time to send her off? I realized that she's been also watching over me. I shall light a pyre in her name. That reminds me. I want to know about battles to come. The water is dark. I stare at it, unblinking, till my eyes begin to strain. It takes time, maybe hours, to come fleeting. Then I see it. A fierce battle. I can almost hear the clanking of swords. Damnation! This is clearly a bad omen. I'm gonna get my ass kicked, aren't I? It's foolish paranoia. Calm down with that stuff. We took Kalamata. Now we need to take us to the Bishopric of Corone. And then we'll have the trade post. Observe the sky. It's been a long time since I've done that. So the instruments and tomes I had to gather from my studies of the secrets behind the stars finally arrived. Lenses of different shapes and sizes, together with dusty old tomes written by learned people. These will prove valuable for uncovering the truth. Now I can carefully observe the skies as I get my head in the clouds, as I'm spending time looking at the sky. We gotta get back there soon once we have the whole objective. Because they're putting up a defense again. Sorrento. Stage of Corona is ended. Well dang, if you weren't a bishop, I would love to have you as one of my commanders. Instead, you're gonna pay me. The old town guard himself. Now, assault a trade post. It doesn't give you much casualties. Only 7 died. We have the objective. Now we must return to Amalfi. Stop them! My wife's experienced a curious notion over supper. I miss your conversation, my love, Xena said, after taking another sip of her drink. It's all astronomical phenomena we use these days. Sure you could take some night off for your research? Hey, one does simply not take a break from this task. Again with the fallen out. After many a night observing the skies, I've become certain that there is a pattern to the movement of celestial bodies we've yet to uncover. Or, considering putting this endeavor to rest for the sake of my other duties. No, I gotta keep going. And plus, defend the homeland. The Archon of Messenia himself. Got any artifacts? Because, you know, I don't think I have much of clutter. What I do have is, I don't have any clutter at all. Well, I'm not here for money. I'm here to seize it from you. Give me that leather knapsack. Off you go. And that means he's raw with me now. Didn't have to be 100%. So I will seize that trade post in Messenia. Finally. War's over. All too easy. And in 5 years, then we'll go to war for the city of Methonia itself. Now we have established a presence here. But from now on, you will invest your money on this campaign fund. Because my son needs to be elected. I know I ain't got long for this world because clearly of what's happened to me lately. You're still dealing with that? Dining with my wife, a topic of my research came up again. I'm told that, of course, regretting the ill feelings she might be experiencing from but I'm doing important work. Honestly, I grow weary defending myself. I snapped at the end. Yeah, you're hiding from the siege. You can come out now. Why must we argue about this? Amalfi prospers. Yes, flourishing. A noble is seeking asylum. Yes, I know this event. There better be a reward because from now on, the money is to be saved only for... What the... I don't know. How long has Great Moravia been... That's still barely a country? Right away given. Heed the words of the Doge. We're still in that family feud with them. No. Don't even be tempted about holding no grand debate. I've been informed that the cow's spending his days laying comatose in his bed. I doubt there's anything I could do any more than do myself. Oh, God. He's got consumption and he's insane. He's a goner. Disease of consumption took place then. Soon after arriving, the Chinese, a very grateful emissary arrived. Several guards to escort him back to the Chinese Empire. You can't understand what they'll do to me, he screamed as he just dragged down. Sure, it can't be that bad, can it? It's certainly been a very productive evening. I've been able to dedicate all my thinking to calculate the patterns of different objects in the sky uninterrupted. Thank God. So after many nights observing the sky, I started charting the pattern of the stars as well as moving certain planets. There's so much to learn, however, my council won't stop complaining about my absence from the court. Perhaps it's time to conclude my research, which I will. Oh, hold on, let me drink. In the past few months, a town in Amalfi suffered from quite a scare. Locals heard strange, inhuman sounds at night, feared the devil was up to something. Prayers were offered, the officials increased nightly patrols, and so on. However, by chance been discovered the source of all this was several crafty youths who, with nothing better to do, pranked the town at everyone else's expense. The boys are under arrest and their fate is now in my hands. Did you hear it? Hey, I've always wanted to get rid of that Roth trait. But I'll just say no harm done. Let him go. And instead I picked up arbitrary. Ah, come on. Can't you think anything better? On the dark sheet there lies bright dots scattered around, dancing in a random fashion. No matter how long I spent staring at the sky, no pattern reveals itself to me. There must be something wrong with my instruments. Initiate Seiko's apprenticeship has reached its end. He knows enough of alchemy, astrology, and theology to be acknowledged as a Hermetic scholar in his own rights. As a parting gift, I gave him a tome containing a few of my most well-guarded secrets. I do not pretend to notice the tears in his eyes, but they touch me deeply. Best of luck in your studies, Initiate. So he's promoted. So he gets to learning. He wrote an underwhelming work on Confucian philosophy. Well, at least you tried. Yeah, look at me now. It's disfigured. Hey, treaty expired. That means you can go to war too. Well then there's this guy. When Kona but he's an iconoclast. Strong claim on the Duchy of the Peloponnese, which that duchy does not exist. If it was, I would, but... all I could say is no need for that. Huh. It would be a stupid idea to have a whole, put a iconoclast back, give his land back. The old heresiarch. And all that. What happened? Oh, wait a minute. Is this part of the thing where... oh, yes, not owned by other merchant republic. Oh, okay, so we kind of fought each other for nothing. So, does that mean if you were to take another trade post from them... okay, now that case is stronger. Fight another war against them. As long as that man is still alive. He's 50. We got to establish independent Messenia. Then we can put a trade post there. And then, he doesn't have much money, but we can defeat him in a war. But you know what? We don't have time for that. We'll do that in the next episode. So we kind of killed each other. And I got injured twice. All for nothing. But I'm willing to put that iconoclast back into that area. And so I can establish a trade post there. And more, since the thing is finished, the Grand Palace. So I could establish more trade posts to wherever, but I'd rather seize it from them. Knowing that it's a rather, pretty dangerous place. You know how the world is. The world's a dangerous place. You get the idea. Wait a minute, who owns that? Oh, Bino. That belongs to them. That means if you want to take that, oh ho ho, good luck with that. Because he's got the money. But I have you. I mean, I would love to have a trade post over in Constantinople. That's also where the Silk Road, no, Royal Tract is. They kind of both intertwine. Royal Tract. Royal Tract. Silk Road. Actually, Silk Road ends in Trabzon, in addition to Alexandria. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the episode on that note. So now we know our future plan, which involves fighting against them again. Guess we started this Republic rivalry between Amalfi and Severhead. And as well as thinking about establishing a presence up there. They do have a trade post over there. Or alternatively, fight the Republic of Ragusa. Which? Fighting and claim from Italy against the HRE. Listen, what is more important to you? Yeah, I think... And who are they? Oh, that's pretty sizable. And long distance away. And already engaged in another conflict. Okay, I think this is going to be a continuous period of fighting more expeditionary wars, but you need to make money first. And subsequently, you also got to increase the size of the levies. It'll cost more, but it'll do for a time. So now we know our plans for the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, so long for now.